Metropolitan Management Council once again city contraventions. A very good evening to you and welcome to the news at 7 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. You can still watch us live on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. My name is Cecilia Julius. President Bola Tinubu has transmitted the Federal Capital Territories 2025 budget proposal of 1.78 trillion naira to the House of Representatives for consideration. Speaker of the House, Tajuddin Abbas, read the President's request on the floor as lawmakers convened for plenary after 5 weeks Salah and Easter recess. Members expressed concern over a resurgence of terrorist attacks in the northeast and other parts of the country, while calling for decisive military onslaught against terrorist attacks and activities. At resumption of plenary, 6 members of the House from Delta State defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, while 2 Labour Party lawmakers from Enugu State moved to the PDP. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has commenced a comprehensive appraisal of the performance bond he signed with the heads of agencies and parastatals under his watch to fast-track delivery. During one of such engagements, the government spokesperson assured that the 8-point agenda of the federal government is impactful. Salihu Wanara reports.
Since inception, the administration of President Bola Tinubu has developed a structured agenda to achieve a renewed hope initiative by all ministries, departments, and agencies with a tracking system to ensure compliance. This tracking system is being managed by the Central Result Coordinating Unit. As the administration approaches mid-term, heads of agencies under the Ministry of Information and National Orientation, as key drivers of the policies, are here to rub minds with their supervisor on the journey so far.
The President has 8 key priority areas that is guiding his vision for Nigeria in the first term of his administration. Now, we as Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, our job and our strategy is to design a way to enhance transparency, promote good government policies, counter misinformation, and foster national orientation in alignment with the administration's priorities. In other words, what is it that the ministry is doing to ensure that we not only enlighten Nigerians about these key elements of the President's vision, but also where there are challenges as transparently and as honestly as possible. Of course, this is what we have set out to do from the beginning, and we will continue to do that.
The ministry's mandate to lead the management of the image and reputation of the people and government of Nigeria through a professional and dynamic public information system that facilitates access and feedback by citizens and the global community is on steady progress. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara, NTA News.
The Abuja Metropolitan Management Council has resolved to use the sledgehammer on anyone who contravenes the city master plan. AMMC coordinator Felix Obua handed down this warning when he led other city managers on a tour of some sites within the city center. Onyoze Yakubu reports.
Distortions of the city master plan has been a disturbing trend that the FCT administration is committed to addressing. This development informed this visit of city managers led by the coordinator Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, Felix Obua, to some project sites to see for themselves the level of contraventions. This includes buildings on waterways and floodplain areas in Guzapi district, and conversion of green areas to residential buildings by a Chinese firm on a plot of land in Utaku. The disturbing trend calls for urgent action.
In the course of inspecting the building, we spotted the ongoing reclamation of the green area. So we came out and we saw the magnitude of the work being done. Then we alerted the council that there is a serious development coming up in Otako district on a green area which we believed it was not authorized. So that was the beginning of what we are doing today.
You have plant life, you have animal life. So as much as possible, it is correct to leave it the way they are. So the idea of putting concrete structures in this kind of place is out of place and it's against the master plan. So that's why the coordinator has said clearly to go down, and it should go down.
If there are infractions here that will not be that it's already an eyesore, I'm appealing to the authority. You know, we cannot do anything with the authority. We always support them. We will pull out every infraction here as is going to be specified by the authority, and we'll take them out, and we'll take them out ourselves. We'll bear the cost. So we just appeal that the authority should at least allow us at least maybe 2 weeks. We'll start breaking them down. We'll take them down ourselves. We have been law-abiding, and I don't think we have had issues with authority before, and this is not going to be the first.
The city managers unanimously condemned the ugly trend, while the AMMC coordinator Felix Obua heeded the passionate appeal from the developer, requesting for more time to salvage his property.
We have agreed that the motion will continue. But as a matter of fact, since you have decided and you have agreed that you have defaulted, we are giving him the requested 2 weeks within which to remove all the contraventions here, without which we will come back here at the end of this month. If that is not done, we will demolish everything. We have already communicated to him what is needed of him to do, and I've authorized the director, domain control, to do the needful should he refuse to act accordingly as requested.
The coordinator, however, maintained the council's stand to end the distortions of the city master plan. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
In continuation of efforts to ensure inclusive governance and participatory democracy, the All Progressives Congress Reconciliation Committee has met members in Abuja, where the party charted a way forward in ensuring success in upcoming elections, while assuring party members of more internal party play. Rosemary Motele-Bilal reports.
This is the third area council visited by the FCT APC Reconciliation Committee, and the mandate is clear: uniting members, addressing differences, and repositioning the party for victory in all elections. The Party Reconciliation Committee, headed by Senator Usman Jibril Wowo, met with aggrieved members, listened to their concerns, and assured them of fairness and inclusion. What began as an outreach turned into a homecoming for many.
After today's meeting, we are yet going to come back to Abuja, this time informally, and then meet some few people whom we didn't see here, including, as you can see, the House of Rep member. He was supposed to be here. So we'll come back and then organize an informal meeting so that we can discuss issues over, and I believe at the end of the day, all the matters will be resolved.
Chairman Abuja Area Council, Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, assured the committee of their loyalty to the party, stressing that Abuja will always continue to support APC.
Reconciliation is still on. I'm always telling my people, don't go to other parties to contest. If you have the capacity and you have the party at heart, come to the party, reach out to the people, contest under the same platform. Nobody is denying you the opportunity to contest. It is a good thing. It is your constitutional right.
Other stakeholders stated that the strength of the APC in the FCT was not built through intimidation or force, but on unity, humility, peace, and most importantly, good governance model.
For we to come here today is to bring us together to see how the party can move forward. Because if the party is not united, there is no how the candidates can win election.
The chairman mandated us to go around the 10 political world. As far as Abuja is concerned, we have already united ourselves.
The committee is under the guardianship of Minister of Special Duty and Intergovernmental Affairs and the Minister of State FCT. Rosemary Motele-Bilal, NTA News.
Bridging the gap between tradition and modernity, AfroCut 2025 celebrates Africa's rich cultural heritage through music, dance, storytelling, and spiritual symbolism. This year's theme, the African Shrine, whispers of the gods, honors ancestral wisdom while calling on the new generation to carry the legacy forward. Rabiat Shaib reports that guests from across the country gathered for a deeply cultural, immense experience.
In a bid to revive ancestral knowledge and reconnect youths to their roots, AfroCut 2025 explored the theme, the African Shrine, Whispers of the Gods, through music, dance, drama, and cultural storytelling. Organized by Olobo Heritage, the event brought together guests from across the country to celebrate African traditions in a way that speaks to today's generation.
Event like this is very important because I believe it will connect us to our roots, make us connect to other tribes in Nigeria and Africa at large.
The variety of performances reflects on the spiritual and cultural significance of the African Shrine, as guests highlight the importance of preserving the African heritage through creative expression that resonates with younger generation.
A lot of people don't know anything about their culture, nothing at all. So the artists that have to showcase and tell people, enlighten us, educate us on what used to be, what our ancestors understood.
We are adding our voices to the many existing voices already in Africa that are insisting that African culture reigns supreme. The younger generation and every other person is really interested in African culture. It is just not translated to them in a language that they understand. The language that was told to us, the language with which we learned of our African culture, it worked for us. Many of us are advocates of the culture today. But we need to understand that the younger generation, they are different. We are different times, different people. The things that appeal to them are different. So we must learn their language and learn to speak their language and to do things in a way that is more appealing to them and is more accurate to their time.
We should be able to portray our culture, our heritage as best as possible, and it's only because the authenticity lies in us. We ourselves are the only ones who know the true heritage, the true culture, so we should be able to be the ones to present it to the world and say, yes, this is us.
As conversations around cultural preservation grow louder, events like AfroCut 2025 highlight the role of the creative industry in safeguarding tradition and shaping a stronger national identity. In Abuja, Rabiat Shaib, NTA News.
Let's join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
Manchester United are expected to be busy in the summer transfer window as Ruben Amorim is looking up to his team after a nightmarish 2024-2025 campaign. The Portuguese coach will aim to solidify his team's attack, and Amorim has prepared a four-man shortlist for the number 9 role. Sporting CP Victor Gyökeres has been linked with a move to the Premier League club since Amorim moved to England. The United boss is also looking at Nigeria's international Victor Osimhen. The 26-year-old is unlikely to continue in Turkey, but the current season as Galatasaray won't be able to match his 75 million release clause. In the meantime, Mikel Arteta has urged his players to give their lives to reach the Champions League final as Arsenal prepares to face Paris Saint-Germain this week. Arsenal will be heading to the Parc des Princes on Wednesday as they bid to turn around a 1-0 deficit from the first leg in North London. The Gunners will have Thomas Partey back, but will be without a host of first-team starters, including Gabriel and Jorginho, but Arteta remains optimistic. And in La Liga, Lamine Yamal is set for a massive pay rise at Barcelona, with teen wonder kid agreeing to terms on a lucrative new contract. The record-breaking European Championship winger has been working on a youth deal in Catalonia. He is unable to sign a long-term agreement until celebrating his 18th birthday. That point will be reached on July 13th, 2025. A release clause that fends off any unwelcome interest from afar will be included in the fresh terms, with Barca making a habit of including figures of 1 billion euros in the extension agreed with other key performers. With Sports Brief, Moses Kuye, NTA News.
And Sports Brief wraps up our English version. Stay tuned for translations. Do have a good night.
Ami agbaji aje yuze ko kwa wai wona na wo abada natuko isha ndaje zuma woni ye wago bagai kin tuko da Bola Tinubu wala lonu ajiwe nu aye ashin apache nyeleye nanu okinsinna no bokun bibi no ba lo trillion mai chetu shitna ba chenyimo na bage ba shi bare goya mana bokun yanya Tajudeen Abbas woni ye ba ajiwe ye nu kin tuko da haputa ga owo azaje sanuba ji shinta ayinu afi ngun atnia nchei mba belo selaya bedo ye si fifi bedo nwo kalalai enhwingoyin nanu asese bokun ekwen kwa ku ba wonwu she ba jelo azanu koi nlaba ya jezebe na ayitinye ba jin abe anukoi atutun ba igna abusu ka abada kauda nge ba pe putaye ne babala tuko tunu aza nukoyebo peje nu oba tutun ge ba je ekin zinne ekwen ko shilo nda ayeshi nu apim sepa ba gange ba nu azoku lawulo ontuko tunu azabo mba ne tayelege ba hwigbetu apimia nanu jimiye nkwen ozanu wale sheba wo be na bedai nje onozi Yakubu wa gange gnabe bedo mwenya na yo Felix obua woni dade osanu wa bisheba bedo nwo azaje nu jimiye weje shi alabalo aima api nwu wen dabada wo gnaje nu atofwa zalibon ye zai ho wonu utafa buchibon antichenu nu nubwa nkuwo bugba kwashin apmache beje kojin kwa po ohun gbedogun nu party APC yan be hwi na bage bashi abawe mbani she fiajelo nu party ye nanu ekin zindayen Rosemary Motalam bila wagange gbedogun ekwen kokulo abaji naye nu bagange bayelo bakunzaza nu zahazahi nu party ye na bage beje baku mi baku asakinji nu mbabelen gwamnati bibi abajiya okoni jintai sheba ya sheba baiga aza ayokaya no sepaye nkoi amaje bwada nkote nan atajin abo anya dababon saisu
Igbo bụ Igbo ekele m unu nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa na nkenke ọkaakụkọ bụ Maazị Okwi Francis Ide. Onyeisi ala anyị bụ Bola Tinubu ewegago akwụkwọ atụmatụ nnweta na mmefu ego nke FCT ruru $1,078 nke nwa bekee kpọrọ 1.78 trillion naira n'ụlọ ndị nnọchiteanya ala anyị maka inyobe ya anya nakwa ikweta na ya bụ atụmatụ. Onye isi ndị nnọchiteanya ala anyị bụ Tajudeen Abbas gụpụtara akwụkwọ a onye isi ala degara ha mgbe ha lọghachitere azụ n'ọrụ ka ha gachara ezumike Sala nakwa mmemme Ista. Ụlọ ọrụ nwa bekee kpọrọ AMMC n'aha ịchafụ ekpebiela ịdọpụta nakwa ịta ntị ndị niile bụ ndị a ga-anwude na-emebi atụmatụ ewepụtara etu isi ala anyị bụ Abuja ga-esi dị na mbụ nke nwa bekee kpọrọ Master Plan. Ọnọze Yakubu wetara anyị akụkọ a mere ka amata na ọ bụ Felix Obua, onye duru ụfọdụ ndị ọrụ a gagharịa n'etiti isi obodo, gwara ndị nta akụkọ nke a mgbe ha na-eleta etu esi arụgasị ụlọ nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ n'ime FCT. Na mbọ ọ na-agba itinye onye ọbụla n'ihe a na-eme, otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị APC agaala Abaji ugbu a, ebe ha gara ime udo nakwa ikpokọta ọnụ ndị otu ha, ọkachasị ndị iwe dị n'obi maka otu ihe maọbụ nke ọzọ. Rosemary Molteland Bilal kwuru na isi sekpụ ntị n'ime udo a ha na-eme n'etiti ha bụ ịkwadebe ha ime ka otu APC tụrụ ugo ma nwetakwa ọtụtụ ndị ga-eso ha n'azụ na ntụliaka na-abịa abịa n'ime FCT, nakwa ime nwata ka e mere ibe ya ka obi dị ya mma. Etu a ka ọ hanye n'ọnụ na ya bụ akụkọ ụwa na nkenke n'ụbọchị nke taa. Echi ka bụ ụbọchị mgbe anyị nụnụ ga-enwekwa ọzọ. Ndewo.
Ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ káàtòórọ̀. Ìròyìn aago méje ti èdè Yorùbá ló dé sétí ìgbọ̀nyìn láti olú iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán NTA ìkànnì 5 ti ìlú Àbújá. Títílayọ̀kẹ́ òun lorúkọ tèmi. Ààrẹ olú ìlú wa Bọ́lá Tinubu ti fi ètò àtójọ owó ìgbèrò olú ìlú wa ti ọdún 2025 tí ń ṣe 1.7.8 lọ́nà tírílíọ̀nù náírà ránṣẹ́ sí ilé aṣojú fún ètò èrò rẹ̀. Agbẹnusọ fún ilé Tajudeen Abbas ka ohun èrò ààrẹ wa fún ètò òfin lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ 5 ti ọdún àwọn Mùsùlùmí àti ọdún Àjíǹde Jésù. Àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà sì tún jírò lórí àwọn jàgídíjàgan tí wọ́n gba ilẹ̀ àríwá kan, wọ́n sì pe àkíyèsí àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ètò ààbò àti láti ṣe àtúnṣe tó péye lórí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ní ìtẹ̀síwájú lórí àpérò, 6 nínú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ People's Democratic Party ti ìpínlẹ̀ Delta ti ṣe àtúnrò lọ sí ẹgbẹ́ All Progressive Congress o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àwọn aṣòfin 2 nínú ẹgbẹ́ Labour Party ti ìpínlẹ̀ Enugu náà ti ṣàtúnrò lọ sí ẹgbẹ́ People's Democratic Party. Alákòóso olú ìlú wa tó rí sí ètò àkóso ti ìlú ti pinnu láti na ọwọ́ idà sí ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá tàpá sí òfin àti ètò ìlànà ìlú wa. Ọ̀nàzẹ̀ Yakubu jábọ̀ pé olùdarí AMC Felix Obua ló ṣe ìkìlọ̀ náà nígbà tí ó pẹ̀lú àwọn alákòóso ìlú lọ sí ìrìn àjò ní àwọn agbègbè kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìlú wa. Ní ìtẹ̀síwájú lórí ìgbìyànjú láti rí dájú pé àwọn ènìyàn dọ́gba fún ètò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀, Rosemary Molteland Bilal jábọ̀ pé àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ All Progressive Congress ti ṣèpàdé pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ wọn ní agbègbè Abaji tí wọ́n sì jíròrò lórí bí wọn yóò ṣe àṣeyọrí lórí ètò ìbò tó ń bọ̀ láìpẹ́. ó tún fi àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ náà lọ́kàn balẹ̀ pé kí wọ́n má ṣe bẹ̀rù o pé ètò ìbò náà yóò lọ ní ìrọ̀wọ́ àti ìrọ̀sẹ̀. Kò ní jù báyìí lọ láṣálẹ́ yìí. Títílayọ̀ lórúkọ tèmi lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Láyọ̀ la ó tún máa pàdé. Ká sùn láyọ̀, ká jí láyọ̀.